Yeah, last week we started looking at some of the keynotes we put together in the time we've been doing this. So we spent last week doing this, and I was able to gather some 7 keynotes. We went through the first 4. So let's go through the last 3. Then we'll look at some quotes. Then we'll build more talking about faith. So we did 1 to 4, keynote 1 to 4. This is the 5th keynote, keynote number 4, just to put us where we stopped, was our walk with God demands that we have faith in Him, right? It's simple. Hebrews 11:6 tells us that without faith, it is impossible to please God, right? We cannot please God. The only reason we walk with God is to please God. The only reason you are married to one another is to please one another. The day you stop pleasing one another, you start questioning your reunion, right? We work with God not just to work with God. It's to please Him, and hoping also that we will be pleased also in the relationship. And the Bible says that the only way to please Him is with faith. Without faith, it's impossible, right? We'll come back to it later on. Hebrews 4:2 also says that the reason why the Israelites did not enter into God, right? Because the place that we're going to enter into is not just a physical land, a promised land, right? But there is really, in reality, it's entering into God, the all-sufficient one, right? They did not enter into the all-sufficient one, right? They did not enter into the promised land because they did not believe God. Right? They did not mix the word they heard from God with faith. They did not believe God, right? So without faith, we cannot live. Without faith, we cannot get born again. Without faith, we cannot walk as Christians. Without faith, we will not get to heaven, right? So we need faith. Faith, our walk is all encompassing faith, the beginning, the middle, and the end, right? Looking up unto Jesus Christ, the author and the finisher of our faith. Right? So it's all about faith, right? So keynote number 5 I put down was salvation is worked by 2 elements, right? Grace and faith. Grace alone will not save us. Faith alone cannot save us. It takes the 2. God provides grace, we provide faith. God needs us to work salvation in our life. God cannot save us without ourselves. It's impossible. Not that it's impossible, it's because God has also made it impossible, right? Because God is limited by that which He has said. He's a just God. So He cannot save one and not save the others. There has to be a criteria for salvation, right? We see the two thieves on the cross. Jesus did not choose the one to save. They made the choice themselves by the faith they exhibited, right? The one did not exhibit faith, therefore he did not make it to paradise. The other one exhibited faith, and that is what took him to paradise. Jesus had the grace, but it was now whether the grace is met with faith or doubt, right? The one that exhibited faith got salvation. The one that did not exhibit faith did not get salvation, right?